The first step is to determine the size of the rough opening. The width is measured from the inside of the stud frame to the inside of the opposite stud frame, and the height is measured from the subfloor to the bottom of the header. Make sure there is enough room to shim on each side of the unit, allowing for an extra ½ inch in height and 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch in width. Measure the door prior to installing and check it over fully. A solid and level subfloor is essential for a proper door unit installation. Do not proceed until the subfloor is both solid and level. Also, check that the opening is level and perpendicular. If the sliding door is being installed in a higher moisture region, such as the Maritimes or southern British Columbia, place a blue skin water barrier on the sill extending up both sides approximately 1 foot. Then, apply a triple bead of caulk approximately 1 inch apart along the subfloor where the unit will be positioned. Do not attempt to handle the door without assistance. From the outside of the unit, center the pre-hung unit into the rough opening sill first. Be careful not to disturb the caulking on the subfloor or the sill bottom before placing the unit in position. The first step is to shim tightly using 2-inch shims at the bottom of the unit first, then install shims in the correct locations and the proper sequence, shimming from both inside and out. Install shims until there is an even 1/8 inch gap between the top of the door and the frame header and both sides. When placing screws to fasten the unit to the stud frame, make sure you screw through the shimmed area and stagger your screw installation from left to right side. Test the sliding operation of the door to make sure it works correctly. Once the door is secure, score the shims with a razor knife and snap them off flush with the frame face, and then caulk the ends. Insulate any gaps between the frame and the rough opening with low expansion foam, being careful not to overfill. Install the interior trim around the frame unit. Install the hardware according to the manufacturer's instructions if it does not come pre-installed. Once the new sliding door is installed, remove all the stickers, clean the glass, and install the screen. Check the operation of the door and the hardware to make sure it is functioning properly. Caulk all exterior corners and all around the brick or siding, then caulk the sill on both the latch and hinge sides from the edge of the sill crown along the edge where the sill and jamb or brick mold meet. Caulk the front of the sill edge where the sill and the subfloor meet, being careful not to cover the drainage holes. If the door has a side light or side lights, caulk around the mullions where the mullions contact the sill and header. Finally, caulk the perimeter where the exterior trim meets.
If you are building your dream home or renovating your existing home, come to Window City, Canada's most trusted manufacturer of windows and doors.